Welcome to Power Conversations, which is coming to an end. But it's absolutely wonderful for our guest this morning, Stacey Sobers. Who is Stacey Sobers?
Good morning and thank you for having me. Stacy Sobers is a performing artist who has a love for Trinidad and Tobago culture and music in general, bringing positive music, news, views, as so many of our Calypsonians have done in the past and continue to do to the art form that is Calypso.
Stacey, how did you become a Calypsonian?
It's been in my blood. I was born into it. I was born into it. My father, they call him Joe Cool in the Calypso world. No longer sings, but he was a Calypsonian, is a Calypsonian. Also, he is co-founder of Tropical Angel Hub. He has his band, New Age Trendsetters, now under new management, but still his band.
What stimulated you to move from just being born into it to actually performing?
Actually, I did a lot of background work. I did background vocals for my father when he sang. I did background vocals for Calypsonians when they have competitions. And it was just a natural progression to get to the forefront. I started doing reggae, singing with a band called Black by Nature, entered party time in 1994, came through the pipelines, and Calypso was the next step.
You describe your experience as a female Calypsonian.
And I've had a really good running, really good support. I'm a member and co-manager of Divas Calypso Cabaret International, the only all-female tent in Trinidad and Tobago. I've had the opportunity to be an example for young women who are entering the Calypso arena. I've had a really good run in that I've had a crown, NWAC National Calypso Queen in 2018. I've had success in the Calypso Monarch, placing sixth. It's really been a good ride for me. We've been doing a lot of work with women in Calypso under Dr. Rudolph Utley. The Divas Calypso Cabaret International was founded in 2004, and I've been a member since inception. We've had persons like Abby Blackman, Sinal Dempster, MCs like Nikki Crosby, people that are prominent in the art form and give support to upcoming women in Calypso. I have been blessed to be there for the last 20 years, seeing the growth of women in the art form, seeing the hunger of women wanting to be in the art form and make something of themselves in Calypso. It has been fulfilling for me to see them grow and do the work required to keep the culture alive.
I'm so happy to hear you say that because there's a view that Calypso is fading. How do you feel about that?
I don't think it's fading. I think we could do more to push it, to market it, but I don't think it's dying. We have so many young and upcoming Calypsonians, a lot of them doing well for themselves. Tizaya O'Connor, former monarch, who has been putting on concert after concert successfully. We have young ones like Zayden Darius and Zachary Ransom coming up, holding their own. Zachary just performing the Apollo with so many of our big Calypsonians, and it's there to be shared. It's how we share it and how we market it. I don't think it's a dying art form. I don't think it's dying at all.
What are your views of how Trinidad is marketing and sharing Calypso?
I think a lot more can be done. Sharing it as tourism, marketing it as such, the packaging, how we package it to export it. We have so many carnivals all over the place. Why not just package Calypso, Rapso artists, the pan, everything, and just put a package out there to the world instead of just having mass in all the different areas. Put a whole package together.
So we should really be packaging all the aspects of Calypso and marketing that to the number of countries where there is a carnival.
Carnival, correct. We are the Mecca. We should be better than the rest. Everybody takes example from us. So why aren't we the ones that are pulling everybody to the carnival? Yes, we have a good influx of persons who come to Trinidad, but why aren't we exporting same?
We're saying what we need to do is to package the different elements of our carnival and export that all over the world.
All right, guys, that's my humble opinion. I don't know how the rest of the rest of Trinidad and Tobago feel about it, but I'm very much passionate about our culture. It's a beautiful thing. My issue with our culture is that it's seasonal. We should be having shows throughout the year, shows that will generate income for everybody, shows that will bring people to the shows. We need to do a little more for this culture. We have people following carnivals everywhere, and we are the Mecca. So why not do something with it throughout the year and try to build it and push it as a sustainable something?
What do you see as our biggest challenges in making it into a global product?
Promoting it. How we package it. If you want it to have global appeal, you have to market it as such. You have to market it like it has global appeal. We have to look at topicality at times too, what we put out there. It doesn't have to be everything about Trinidad. A good example of that would be Terry Lyons. What's the name of the song? Once You Go Black, Harry. Once You
Yeah.
Go Black. That has global appeal for me. Stay up Zimbabwe. That is far-reaching.
When you were the Calypso monarch, tell me about that experience.
The winning of the Queen solidified for me that I am doing the right things with regard to the topics that I'm singing, the positive message that I love bringing to the people, pushed me to want to do more. It gave me a space. A lot more people know who I am now and follow religiously my career. I've been able to tour. I've been to London. I've been to Canada. It has opened a lot of gates for me. Won the St. Kitts Nevis Calypso Queen of Queens in 2018 as well. The same year that I won Trinidad. I'm really appreciative of the culture.
How do you feel about allowing other non-nationals to participate in our competitions?
There again goes the international appeal. I don't think there is an issue. The music is far-reaching. We don't just have Calypso here. We have Calypso in Barbados. Under Divas Calypso Cabaret, because it's an international theme, we have people singing from all different diasporas.
Tell me something about the name of Divas.
So Divas are founded by Dr. Otley in 2004. It's an all-female tent. Every year we do a tribute to an icon. So we find, apart from the ladies just doing their Calypso for the season, we'd have to do a cover song from a Calypsonian, male or female, deceased or current, helping to push the art form or keep the legacy of those who have gone before us or those who set the table to be remembered. We try to facilitate young women upcoming who otherwise wouldn't have a space or get a space in any of the other tents, to give them a safe space to hone their craft, so to speak. The tent has been doing great work. We've had a lot of people going to the semifinals of the Monarch, several people in the finals over the years. And we just continue to do the work and opening the doors for upcoming female Calypsonians to put their work out there. Those passionate about it, really passionate and want to do more in the art form, opening those doors for them to have a space to express themselves.
You are described as an actor. Tell me something about your acting.
They say I'm an actor. I recently played Calypso Rose in Roma Spencer's Queen of the Road musical. I've never really had any acting experience. I really embraced the opportunity to take the stage in a different light. I really enjoyed portraying Calypso Rose and getting the feedback from the audience with regard to the performance. I am happy that she was able to be alive, to know that someone is recognizing her in this kind of way, a whole story about her life. I really enjoyed portraying Calypso Rose.
So tell me something about what you learned from taking on that role as an actor.
Roma Spencer would have chosen me to do the musical, one, because she felt that I could portray it, or I looked a little bit like Calypso Rose and I could sing. She would say she wasn't sure that I could act, but she knew that I could sing. So Rose has been one of those women who has opened the doors for other female Calypsonians in Trinidad and Tobago, one that is looked up to. I have gotten the opportunity to showcase her life and her times, her hardships. What I've learned from that is, one, humility. Two, that no matter the struggle, you can persevere, because if you look at her now, she's one of the only to receive a French award. So being able to stand and as Calypso Rose has really given me an opportunity to shine in a different light. And I take away from that the humility and the struggles that you can build on for positive change.
What do you remember about Calypso Rose's background?
So Calypso Rose, Tobago born. Her father was Baptist minister, so singing calypso in the household was not, it was taboo because I was devil music. But she loved it so much. When she came to Trinidad, her aunt adopted her and brought her to Trinidad. She was exposed to a different light in the music, and she's been writing since she was, I think, 9 years old. She entered the Calypso tent at age 16, I believe, recognized by the then Prime Minister, Dr. Eric Williams, as a wonderful performer, because I think he was the one that advised her that she needs to be in a tent in Trinidad. At that time, it was not when women were accepted to sing Calypso. So she had to stand up and push and fight to be a part of the art form. She has really opened a door for a lot of women to stand up and say this art form is worth fighting for, worth being a part of.
One observation is that our younger people don't know about some of the older people and what they've achieved.
Yeah, we need to do more of that, I believe, bringing the life and times of our icons to the fore. We need to do a lot more of that. And this Calypso Rose musical is the tip of the iceberg. I did the Master of Arts in Carnival Studies at UTT, graduated in 22. And I think we could open up a lot more doors and push the culture further if we continue to make Calypso what it can be.
If a miracle happened and you could transform the way we are managing Calypso music, live entertainment, or carnival, what are some of the things you would do?
For one, open an institution to hone the craft of a Calypsonian. I think we need a platform to teach performance. Writing is necessary. You write your own song, you get more money. Teach writing, basic music theory. I would open an institution for that. Calypso music as 90% in Trinidad because we need variety, but 90% local. Music on the airways, we say it, but we don't do it. So I would have that implemented. Calypsonians would be able to earn throughout the year because I would stage shows. It doesn't have to be every month. It could be quarterly until Carnival. Everybody will be able to earn. We see vendors earning, we see hairdressers earning, we see the nail techs earning because everybody will get a size 35. So I would definitely do more shows year round. Yeah, that would be my thing.
Create an institution that gives us a platform and then create more frequent performances so that everybody can benefit.
Yeah.
And if that happened, one of the other things that will be wonderful is that young people will see what our past was like.
I think they will, because it's in their face. Growing up, you hear your parents play music and you automatically drawn to that music. You grow up with that, you start playing it in your house, a cycle. So what we teach them is what they know. Yeah. But right now, they teach themselves. It starts in the home, maybe in the schools, a lot more opportunities for the youth to know the art form, to be a part of the art form.
So when you went to school, did you do music?
I was a designated singer in secondary school. They write a calypso and tell me I had to sing it. Somebody was a calypso about drugs, tell them no. And the lyrics was pedestrian. Tell them no, tell them a big fat no, tell them no. Take your cocaine and go. I remember that. That's secondary school. And up to now, my friends, because a lot of them moved from junior secondary to senior secondary with me, come to my shows. A lot of them support my shows still.
We've talked about Calypso. Tell me about the shows that you do.
So annually, my management team and I put on an event called Crackers and Cheese, steeped in Calypso music. The first one was done as my exam when I did my associate degree in music and performing arts at Costa in 2019. And we've been doing a production every year since then. I think it has grown tremendously. Our main goal is to have something cultural throughout the year, to make sure that there's a show on Carnival, on Calypso, on the art form, in the middle, smack dab, in the middle of the year. So we do something for emancipation. we also do a show in Calypso History Month space. Crackers and Cheese, we just did our seventh edition, sold out at Central Bank. We continue to go from strength to strength.
Tell me about that name, Crackers and Cheese. How is that related to Calypso?
The name came about when I had to do my final exam for Custard. So I was singing different genres, Calypso, classical, jazz. We wanted to find a name that would have an appeal for each, that would give a cohesive title to each genre. And we came up with Crackers and Cheese, in that crackers and cheese is something that no matter if you're rich, you're poor, you have most of crackers and cheese in here. So we call it cricks and cheese, but for aesthetics, we call it crackers. It's something everybody eats, even in Luton parties, as an hors d'oeuvre, wine and cheese. It's stuck, and we have been using it since. It's a growing brand.
Do you sing other than Calypso?
Absolutely. I sing jazz. I sing everything that I could possibly sing, because I'm an artist first. I want to have that appeal to any genre. I could fit anywhere. I sing jazz, I sing R&B. I sing with a band called Music Connection. We do a lot of covers, different genres. I recently did North Coast Jazz. I had my own jazz show at Cafe Blue in April. I just try to be all over the place and make people happy. Music is the language of love, and I think in giving love through music, we can reach a lot of people.
How did you begin to sing jazz?
Jazz music just gives you a different aesthetic. It is a music that you could give your whole heart through. I can say, yeah, it's a love music. So for me, that's what drew me to jazz. And I want to do so much more with jazz music. I'm marrying it with Calypso as well. We have a nice space for jazz in Trinidad. I think that's a market that I recently stepped into and doing well with it so far. So jazz is working for me.
So you sing Calypso, you sing jazz, you sing rhythm and blues.
I sing everything.
Do you do classical singing?
Not at events, but I'm trained to do classical music.
If a young person was listening to us and that young person had a voice in the way that you have a voice, what would be your advice to that young person?
Don't limit yourself. Study how you market yourself, what you put out, your content, positive music. Try to get in a space that you're comfortable with regard to the music. Like for me, it's Calypso and jazz, and although I do all kind of other music, that's my niche. That's why I feel most comfortable. Yourself in a way that would be appealing not just to the local market, but to international marketers. I would say believe in yourself. Find positive people to be around. Find people who would assist. Just be true to yourself. If this is what you want to do, yeah, you can make it. If you're true to yourself and true to what you're doing, you could break any barrier.
So, a young person wanting to become a professional singer, do you think they should get another job?
It's always nice to have something to fall back on, because you ain't going to be 50 and still singing calypso. I tell my management team I have 3 more years to sing in competitions and stuff. And at age 50, I don't want to be on a platform vying for nothing. I would still have it to fall back on. Right? So if you want to do it as your main income source, you have to work towards that. Just be true to yourself and push for where you want.
So, you're going to stop at age 50?
Yeah, that's competition, That's competition, but I have the Crackers and Cheese brand to push, so I'll be working under that. But I don't think I want to be in competition after age 50.
How many songs have you sung? How many calypsos have you sung?
You want a finite number? I've been singing since 2004 professionally. Well, 2001, my first song would have been a song called Let Me Know When You're Coming, which is still popular on the airwaves, but I could have well over 100 songs.
So, a young person wanting to become involved in calypso music.
Sometimes you only need one hit. Just take that one good song, that one great performance, and in the door, and it's just you to maintain it. When I started, a lot of people didn't know, a lot of people still don't know that I sing the song, and the song plays like if it's a fresh song, because calypso has now taken over my life. And I continue to do the positive music and reach the masses as calypso is supposed to do. I reach the masses, and People are very appreciative of the music.
You talked earlier about doing a lot of backup music. Tell us about that.
There was this young guy called Cleveland McDonald. His father is a Calypsonian, Mr. Mac. He sings with the South Tent. He would have Van Under and Junior Monarch and stuff like that. I was always the backup singing chorus. Apart from that, my dad do background vocals. So my dad, I do background vocals in studio. Yeah, I was just in the back. At some point in time, you had to come forward.
What did you learn as a backup singer?
Very important, because a lot of people don't move without their background. A lot of artists sing with tracks. And it's one thing that has irked me. Yeah, in my humble opinion, I hate to hear people singing on a track with their vocals. But if you have a TV track that is just music, having a background vocalist is not a small feat. I love to have live backgrounds. I don't singing on tracks.
That is very strange because my observation is a lot of people sing on tracks.
And yeah, you're singing on your track, but when I say sing on track with the song playing in the background, the entire song, there's TV tracks where it's just music and maybe the background vocal, but people singing over the full recording. And that just irks me. I think it's a form of robbery for the patrons.
What legacy do you think that you're leaving in this country in terms of music?
A legacy of positive music, catalog of positive music with something for everybody, especially women in Calypso. My song for this year, Respect the Tribe. That song is such a powerful song. It's one that brings back the old time days. Each one teach one, each one help one. Remind us that you can't do this by yourself. You always need help. And you had to show appreciation for those who give you a hand up. You had to show appreciation for people who just give you a good word. Somebody who say, yeah, you could do this, girl. Thanks for the opportunity. A lot of people don't say thanks no more. Nobody help me, I do this by myself. But even the man who dropping it at a show, the man who dropping it to the studio, yeah, you help you get there. So it's a matter of just showing gratitude, attitude of gratitude. That should be a slogan all over the place. Have an attitude of gratitude. Because the more you give, the more you get. Especially if you give it with a good heart, especially if you give it to those who really need it. When you give, you get. I believe the more you open your heart, the more people receive you, and the more you could receive from them. The legacy would be and good catalog of music for women in Calypso to fall back on or to look up to and want to strive.
In terms of live music, how do you feel about the amount of live music that we have? Do we need more?
Music is life. I prefer live music over tracks any day. When you have live events, everybody could get a slice of the pie because you have the performers, the band, the person selling on the street. You had to hear just as you have the makeup artists. Live music brings economic growth, good entertainment, community, togetherness, and common experiences.
As we wrap up our program, what would you like our listeners to take away from this discussion?
One, the art form is not dying. Two, support local. It is necessary and important to support local. Three, there is need for a greater platform for our art form. There's so much to give, and it's how we're giving it. I believe in the culture. I believe that the music could do so much. The music brings people together. I'm known as the happiest country. We have the happiest music. So why not share it with the world? Why not do more to get it out there? Why not do more to grow it locally? Get more support for it here. Push it through the year. I know we're still fighting for that 100% look on the radios, but we need to hear more of us. We need more of us.
You've raised that issue of 100% local music, and that has been going on for a long time. How do we transform that?
It's up to the stations, the persons in charge to implement, to push it from inside. But I think it lies within the hands of the radio stations
and I do think there is enough music.
But it's not just Calypso. we have soca, we have raga soca, we have rap soul, we have chutney soca, we have pan. It's so much different genres in this one culture that we could push.
I'm totally with you on that we have so many different genres of music that we
Create.
Who is a performer that's in your mind that you totally respect?
Last time present would be the late singing Sandra, God rest her soul. Calypso Rose, present, late Black Stallion, the late Shadow. Those are people that I think I had a good relationship with. People who would always give a positive word. Yes, they see you're doing good, that kind of thing, motivating. Present, Joanne Tigress Rowley, David, Michael Rother. There's so much people that we have to look up to or thank for opening the doors and leaving us with so much good music.
What are your parting comments to us?
Live good. We need a little more love in Trinidad and Tobago because I really don't know where we're heading as a people. Trying to hold grudges now. Because today you're fighting somebody, tomorrow they're going to say, if you didn't know, if I didn't know, I wouldn't have. So take yourself out of that situation. Try and patch up things. Sometimes it's be silly things that we're fighting for. Sometimes it's be so silly. Things that we could just have a conversation about and say that we laugh at that and put that behind your back. Life is it's fragile, fleeting. Here today, gone tomorrow. So people try to live in love. Try to respect one another. Try to support one another because you never know.
Thank you ever so much, Stacy Sobers, an actor, a Calypsonian, a jazz singer, someone who's passionate about music, someone who believes in positivity. Thank you ever so much. We look forward to your future and best wishes for you to become the monarch.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to the listenership and to you and your family. God bless you and continue to keep you. Thanks for having me.